Hello, I'm Nancy. Welcome to my channel. The videos on my Legacy Living playlist are about subjects that we deal with in these elder years of ours. But today I want to talk to you about making the most of your time, no matter what season of life that you're in. You may remember that last week's video was from the shores of the Gulf. I so enjoyed my days there with my daughter, sitting under an umbrella, listening to the sounds of the waves, my toes in the sand. Rest and relaxation were mine for the taking. I had my cell phone with me, so I had access to all that social media that I'm used to. I took a book with me that I would have enjoyed reading. I had a bag full of goodies to indulge in. But I decided to stay in the moment. All that social media would still be waiting for me when my trip was over. The book was not due back to the library for some days now. And the bag of treats was dived into, but I had to restrict myself because I was looking forward to that fresh fish every evening. So I stayed, for the most part, in the moment of time. The time of pleasure, eyes out over the Gulf, sounds of the waves in my ears, toes in the sand, fresh seafood awaiting me. Even now, I can experience pleasure from the memories, the thoughts of our days there. Of course, there's always people around when you're on the beach. I took some pleasure also from listening to their lives as they share them with each other. We had two groups of friends on each side of us. One group was talking about their struggles of the adult children that they had who were away in college. Oh, I remember those days, and I wish them well. I wish I could have assured them that things will turn out okay. But for the most part, concern is part of being a parent, so I just left them to their concerns. The other group of friends was one who apparently gathered each year in different places to catch up with each other's lives. I don't know when their lives intersected, but this seemed to be a long-standing event for each of them. They also shared successes in careers and hobbies, things that they were involved in, and also the struggles of their personal lives. Each group reminded me that people have all kinds of different experiences in living, and they all need God's help sometimes in just making the day. We are all, for the most part, living our individual moments that will, in the end, make up our lives. Living out the chapters, the seasons that will create the history that is us. In these elder years that I find myself in, I don't have time to create a new life, a new history for Nancy Johnson Taylor. But I do have time to create more memories that will add chapters and seasons to my life. That is, if I will do what I'm telling you to do today, stay in the moment. Stay in the moment and make the best of what that moment is. I'm celebrating this year 30 years in prison ministry. It amazes me when I think of 30 years inside prison. The many inmates that I have met, the many inmates that I have helped change, the many inmates that have influenced my own life. People are what I'm thinking about these days. Joe and I had 60 years together before he moved over to heaven. I think about all those years of growing our family, and I realize once again, It's the relationships with people that really count. Relationships with our own family and relationships with those attached to our family. I also think about the 22 years of my insurance career. It is not the accounts that I serviced. It is not the successes of the deals that were made. It is not the changing environment of professional work that I think of. It's the people that were involved in each of these circumstances that made the difference. People are important to God. People should be important to us. I am thinking about my remaining time here on earth, and that it should be about people. This reinforces my decision for this YouTube channel. I do have a great desire to help people, but it's not the fulfilling of my desire that counts. It's the people who I will actually help that counts. So I plow on each week, thinking about helping people live closer to God, thinking about helping people live in their elder years, thinking about helping people find God's will for their lives and walking it out, staying in my moment as I finish these days of mine will be about people and helping them to be all that they can be. This week, I want to ask you to think about your days, the days that you are now living out. Are you living on purpose? Are you completing that final chapter of your book of life? And if so, will that chapter read as you would have it to read? This is the time to make any changes needed to finish this life in the manner in which you desire. This playlist is called Legacy Living for a Purpose. Think about legacy. What legacy will you be leaving as you depart this life? Will it be lasting and go beyond anything that you ever imagined? Will your impact on others be remembered? And remembered with warmth and love? It's never too late to add to the book that we call life. I encourage each of you to stay in your moment, but also to remember to please keep your focus people, for it is people that is most important in our lives. If you're enjoying my videos, do me a favor. Please like and subscribe, and check out each of my playlists when you have a chance. Thank you for watching, and we'll be together again soon.